Alright guys, welcome to the podcast. So, the video part of this is probably gonna be started a little bit after the audio part, and it doesn't matter because the audio part of the video part is not that big of a deal. Because it's just something to have in the background while y'all watch this. But I'm recording it while I record this. So if you hear spontaneous rage sounds, it's actually because I am playing Borderlands in the background while I record this. I'm sorry, I was moving the mic so y'all can hear me better. This is a much better position for it. Oh, and I dropped my controller. I had to tilt it down. What am I sitting on? Oh, I need those. Okay. So, I had a pretty good day at work today, guys. Wasn't that bad, actually. You know, oh, the camera's probably gonna die at some point, so that's fun. If it does, then I'll just probably have a half video recording, half trippy background. Because we love a trippy background here on the Kyatonic YouTube channel. I'm playing Borderlands in the background because I can talk and play Borderlands at the same time. I've played it so goddamn many times at this point that, you know, I can. I guess we could talk about Borderlands for a little bit, you know. It's a hyperfixation of mine. I fucking love the game. I like all of them pretty much. I haven't actually played through the first one though. But I know the storyline, and I watched the caricatures and all of that, you know, all the builds, and I know the lore, and, you know, all the fun stuff, so, that is on my bucket list, though, of games that I want to play, because, you know, it just is. Let's see. I should have planned this out a little bit, but you know, we are not big fans of planning here on the Kyatonic YouTube channel. Woo! Oh, woohoo! But yeah. Yeah. What am I looking for? Tannis's Echoes. Oh, no. I didn't mean to shoot. Crazy. Crazy me. Okay. I guess I should do something interesting for the video part. Let's see. Well. Let's go get back our friends in the game, but you guys can't. Look, I'm just trying my best here on figuring out what I should post or talk about, you know what I mean? Right, so my favorite one of the series, it's actually kind of controversial. I like my favorite is actually, oddly enough, and this is a very unpopular opinion, but I actually really, really love the pre-sequel, which is, as I said, really kind of controversial because a lot of people think that it sucks dick majorly, when in actuality, it does not suck dick majorly. I can see why they thought that when you compare it to 1 and 2, but I liked the no gravity, I liked the jump pads, I liked that you got to play as a Claptrap unit, because I thought that was so fucking funny, and Claptrap's skill in that game is great, and I've completely abandoned playing the video game for a second, but, yeah, I fucking love the pre-sequel so much. I also like that it's a little bit gay, because there's a lesbian couple in it. I also like Tales from the Borderlands, which some people also don't like for whatever reason. But I happen to quite enjoy that game. Let's see, what? I mean, I even pre-ordered the third game, which I also liked, despite how it has its own personal controversies behind it. Because people didn't like how they did the story for it, which I totally understand, because they kind of, like, really fucked the story up on that end of the game. Yeah, don't ask me how they managed to, because, you know, there's plenty of videos about the downfalls of that game. But, I really liked I liked the new element and the gameplay mechanics that they added, you know. I thought it was a really interesting game, despite the storyline not having the best decisions in it, you know, because it quite frankly didn't have the best story in the franchise by far. I would say the title for that would be the second game, because it was just a really good overall storyline. And it ended really dramatically, you know, and the DLC was all really good, you know. I actually haven't completely played through all of the DLCs for the pre-sequel yet, because by the time I got my hands on a copy of the pre-sequel, I was a grown-ass adult with a job and less time on my hands to play the DLCs. But I'm working on it. And that's what matters. Or so they say anyway. Let's see. I'm trying to find a mission I can play. Oh, I can go to the slaughterhouse. That's what I'll do. It's like an arena. That's the best decision I can make here. Y'all can talk about whatever the fuck y'all are talking about over there on the actual game, but I am gonna go do this. So, anyhoozle. Such a fucking weird thing to say. Where was I going? The slaughterhouse. I think it was in Tundra Express. I could be wrong. Yes, I am wrong. This is not where it's supposed to be at. Whoopsie. Maybe there's things to kill over here, though, so that could be a fun experience. Was it the fridge? Yes, it was the fridge. It was the fridge. This has only been 9 minutes. 9 minutes of pure entertainment. You know, I could have made this better, probably, but, you know, we're already here. Can you survive the bandit circle of slaughter? I mean, probably. It's probably not actually that hard. But, yeah. I guess I could talk about more things I plan to do with the channel throughout the year. I plan on, going through, I don't know why I said that. I plan on getting my best friend to purchase a bunch of, like, Japanese, and, like, you know, like, Asian-themed snacks, or snacks from around the world, you know. And I'm gonna try them like a basic-ass bitch. 'Cause, you know, we all have a basic bitch in there somewhere. Am I right, guys? Yes, I'm right. I'm always right, except for when I'm wrong. And even then, it was 'cause I was testing to make sure that you knew what was right. Totally not any other reasons. And now I'm dying. That's great. Alright, cool. Anyway, like I was saying, shit's just weird to me, honestly. I don't know what's just weird to me. I kind of lost track of what I was saying, ADHD and all. What? No, give me somebody to kill. Okay, well, I don't have anybody. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna die. Alright, well, that, better luck next time, as they all say. Oh, God. Oh, man. I have done, like, nothing of value throughout this. Yes, I know, I failed the mission. Go figure. Talk to you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can survive it if I, you know, got good and all. This is like almost like a commentary video of me playing a game at this point, but you guys can't actually fucking hear the game. So, I don't know, I gotta find something to talk about. I can start singing randomly, which is what I seem to do anytime I need to fill up space in anything. I'll just start making random noises and shit. So, and here we go. Oh, I killed you. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. But only in the virtual sense. Okay. I love how I said I was probably going to start singing and then I proceeded to not do that. Oh, it's the Goliath. Oh yeah, you're dead meat, bro. Dead Meat, that's a good YouTube channel. I love the kill count and their podcast and all of that shit. I just like, you know, I just like Dead Meat. I like anything horror related, realistically speaking. Which is why it's a shame I don't own many horror games. I just don't tend to find them scary. And I also don't have the equipment to play the ones that I actually find scary to the capacity that I need to play them. If that makes any sense. Which it might, and it might not. And I died again. But, yeah. Favorite horror franchise is probably Saw. Because I like the intricacies of the traps and all of that. And the aesthetic of the movies. And how kind of realistic it was in the beginning. Because they got off the rails towards the last few Saw movies. But, you know, the first, like, 3, it's almost realistic. Because I could see feasibly something like that happening in America. What with all the random disappearances and kidnappings and all of that shit that happens in this wonderful country. However, favorite overall horror movie is actually Child's Play. because it's the first one I saw. Well, Bride of Chucky, actually, because just the Child's Play series, though. Because the first one I watched when I was 3, which is likely not a healthy age to start watching horror movies, but I think I turned out just fine. Okay, hold on. I gotta focus on the game. Oh, no. Who stole my kill? Ah! Okay. I also liked Seed of Chucky because I kind of thought that was an interesting one. I have watched the entirety of the new series for Child's Play, which is on Sci-Fi, which is really fucking good. Oh my god, it was so good. And it was gay. Like, yes, sign me up. Ooh, while we're on the topic of movies and TV shows that I've watched, like, within the last year, Euphoria. Really loved Euphoria, although there was a grotesque amount of dick shots and nudity that made me really uncomfortable at times. But, I still watched it, and I couldn't get enough because there was so much drama, and it was so enticing, and in a lot of ways it is realistic. Now, don't get me wrong, of course it's dramatized a good deal, but as somebody who recently graduated high school in the United States of America, it's not an unrealistic depiction of high school. And a lot of people claim that it is, but I think those are older generations not really understanding how shitty high school has become due to pressures either by society or, on the internet, how that affects your mental health and your sexuality, and how bad drugs are in schools nowadays, how the kids have started acting, and how ruthless, it can be with all the issues and that stem from, revenge porn and all that fun shit. It's kind of realistic, but at the same time, it's a little not realistic. It depends on, I guess, what part of the country you grew up in. Because I've seen and experienced different things that are depicted in Euphoria at different schools. Like, in Texas, I got more of the drug use and the nudes being sent around school and people in school killing themselves and such. Whereas in Louisiana, I experienced more of blatant misogyny and homophobia and all of the bigotry and such. And how divided it was. It was strange. It's a strange experience, but that's just my take on it. Now I'm trying to think of another show that I've recently watched. Honestly, I've just been rewatching a lot of old shows that I love. Like Gravity Falls, which I'm almost done rewatching. I've got like 2 or 3 episodes left. So, yeah. That's a really good one. Steven Universe, I started rewatching Steven Universe, which isn't as good as I remembered it to be. And it's kind of disappointing because I really love the show, but it's got so many faults. Just so many. oh my god, spoilers before I talk about this. But the new Batman movie was garbage. It was so boring. I liked that they had the Riddler for once. Like, I appreciated that. But what I don't like is how at the end they set it up to bring the Joker back. Because we've had too many Jokers at this point, and it's just not... I'm not here for it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of over it at this point. Like, there's so many Batman villains in the comic universe, you know, that they could have brought, you know, and they chose Joker again. It's always the Joker, and I understand it's iconic, but, like, it's only iconic because it's been used so much, you know. And I don't understand why it's been used so much. Because, like, Joker had his own movie at this point, and you're adding another Joker. Like, there's other Batman villains, like the Council of Owls. You know, Ra's al Ghul. And then his daughter... I don't know if his daughter fights Batman or not. You know, like, there's a lot of... Bane. I know we've done Bane in the last, like, 10, 15 years. But even Bane would have been a good surprise. Now, I liked that it was the Riddler. That's why I liked that it was the Riddler. Because, you know, you don't see him often. And the Penguin was in it, and you don't see him often. But, like, there's so many options. You know, and you choose to go for the Joker. Every time, it's the Joker. And I don't get it, because, like, why is it always the Joker? Like, the Joker is not the only Batman supervillain. And he, like, shouldn't be. He just shouldn't be. It's just not a good idea for anyone. Like, what's the point? Like, it's not doing anything for anybody. I find it dumb. That's what I'm getting at. I just find it stupid that they keep on rehashing the same guys. However, the Spider-Man Homecoming, oh, I loved it. Or No Way Home, whichever one it was. It was such a good movie. Makes me sad that Stan Lee, you know, died. He made such an amazing universe. I know I switched franchises here and started talking about Marvel, but I like them both. Personally, I don't see why people are elitist about it. One's not better than the other, because quite frankly, they're unique, and they both excel in their own ways. If you want a more gritty adult style, then you're gonna go for DC. If you want the childlike wonder and whimsy and slightly darker sometimes, you know, it's not darker, because DC's definitely, when it comes to live action movies at least, but they excel at different things, and I think it's wrong to compare them because they're both superhero franchises predominantly, and that they're comic books and such. When to me, although they're both like superhero related, you know, they're their own styles and their own ways of like doing things. even if they mirror each other in a lot of ways, they are still unique, and I think it's just incorrect to compare them to each other, because they just do different things for different people, you know. And, you know, I think you can find enjoyment from both sides without having to compare them and see which one's better, which one's worse, and all of that. Because, I mean, I think it's pointless at the end of the day. Because they're different things, even though they're the same. If that makes sense. Which it probably does. I don't see why it wouldn't make sense. I guess I'm probably going to cap this off whenever I die again. Yeah. I guess this was the nerdy episode where I just talk about video games and horror and movies and comics. But you guys should already know I'm a nerd because I have the whole comic book collection. Oh, the Batman supervillain I really want to see have her own thing is Poison Ivy. Because I think she's a very interesting character. And she's not explored enough in the Batman cinematic universe. I mean the DC cinematic universe. I don't understand why they don't go into her as a person and as a villain. I think it'd be more interesting because she's got a interesting group of powers and all of that. It's like the Gotham City Sirens movie that never came out that was supposed to. You know, when all that shit got leaked, we got the Birds of the Prey movie, the Suicide Squad movies. So far, we haven't seen the Gotham City Sirens one yet. Which I am hoping comes out eventually, because that would be a really good movie, hopefully. You know, I don't know if y'all know what Gotham City Sirens is, but if you don't, you should just look it up, because it's definitely worth looking into. It's really interesting comic book series and animated series. I think there's an animated series. I could be wrong on that, but I know there's the comic book series of it. Oh, looks like I'm about to die again. 30 minutes isn't that bad for a podcast. Oh, okay. Well, like, it died again. Oh, I stabbed the thing. I didn't mean to do that. Well, I guess I will leave this here, guys. It was good talking to all of you. And, I hope y'all have a good one. Bye-bye. Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot to press the button.